The F-35B could revolutionize amphibious warfare. The F-35B Joint Strike Fighter vertical takeoff and landing fighter aircraft has been in operation on the U.S. Navy's amphibious assault ships for many years, introducing an unrivaled capability to launch fifth-generation airstrikes from smaller ships without a runway. Complete, like the America-class amphibious assault ships. The F-35B is the most sophisticated of the three F-35 variants in use today and requires unique engineering to reach unprecedented heights in vertical glide and takeoff. F-35B specifications. A large lift fan is installed in the front of the center fuselage of an F-35B, just behind the pilot, to provide tremendous downward force in the vertical plane. The Rolls-Royce data describes a spiral bi-level gear arrangement that transfers power from the main engine to the lift fan. When combined with the lift fan, this power creates the down thrust needed for hovering and landing in a straight line. For maximum downward airflow, an F-35B has what looks like a square door or opening at the top of the fuselage, behind the pilot, and above the lift fan. Vertical takeoff. In order to execute STOVL, the F-35B's lift fan component of the lift system functions perpendicular to the airflow over the aircraft, according to technical information released by Rolls-Royce, the F-35B's engine manufacturer. According to Rolls-Royce, the lift fan can function in gusts of up to 288 miles per hour. The launch of an F-35B from America-class amphibious assault ships was made possible thanks to the Navy's specific efforts to incorporate F-35B accommodations into the ship during its construction. Tactical advantages. The air power projection with F-35B fighters and tilt-rotor Osprey aircraft introduces new tactical advantages for amphibious operations that could take advantage of unprecedented levels of close air support from the fifth-generation F-35. The additional Ospreys could also transport Marines to key landing zones in the event a beachhead is secured via amphibious assault. Of course, an F-35B can bring combat power to ship-to-shore offensives and introduce a drone-like measure of intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR), which is normally only possible with large aircraft. The F-35B's sensor suite has the potential to significantly broaden the battlefield for any strike mission, especially when used in a formation with other aircraft. The F-35B outperforms its foreign rivals. Furthermore, the F-35 already exists in large numbers and is at a late stage of operational maturity, potentially putting it well above its Chinese rivals when it comes to building air squadrons or large numbers of fifth-tier strike formations, grid-connected generation. During the F-35B's maiden operations, the Navy learned that some structural alterations were needed to ensure the fifth-generation plane could successfully take off and land from the deck of USS America. Specifically, the flight deck needed additional anti-slip materials to ensure it could withstand the heat of an F-35B vertical takeoff and landing. The Navy also added reinforced structures at various locations below the deck as part of this adjustment. The non-slip material is designed to safeguard the flight deck so that it can withstand takeoff and landing without damage. After making a series of flights from Tripoli, the F-35B received its fixed-wing certification. Revolutionize amphibious warfare. With its stealth technology, high-powered computers, and drone-like detecting abilities, the F-35B is set to revolutionize amphibious combat. Looking ahead, amphibious warfare is expected to look very different in the coming years as new technologies continue to shape concepts of operation. The F-35s could destroy entrenched ground-based guns intended to fire on attacking forces from the ocean and also seek out and destroy enemy land-based missile launchers. This type of multi-domain amphibious assault can make it much more likely that an attacking force will be able to set up and protect a beachhead for a coastal attack. China wants a rival for the F-35B. In spite of reports that China is hastily developing a carrier-launched variant of its fifth-generation J-31 aircraft to compete with the F-35B and F-35C in terms of power projection in maritime warfare, it appears that China's armed forces do not currently possess or are developing a vertical takeoff capability.